morning, dear students. Very good morning, dear students. Today we are going to talk about the data science subject, and I myself am Dr. Naresh. So I am going to discuss about the subject of data science. So what is data science? Data science is the science of analyzing the data and using the statistics and machine learning techniques with the purpose of drawing conclusion from the data. It is a study of the data actually. So from the data we will draw conclusions and we take better decisions. So data science is being used in many industries and applications. So nowadays data science is very used in various various industries, and they collect the data, and from the data they do perform some machine learning algorithms and take a very good decisions. So this requires process of inspecting, cleaning, transforming, modeling and analyzing the data. So there are in the data science project there are a couple of roles in data science project. The one is the project sponsor, and then client, data scientist, data architecture and operations team. The project sponsor is the person who is responsible for the data science project. He is the person who leads the data science project, and the client is the person who works on the data science project. He represents the actual experience of the data science project. And data scientist is the person who sets and executes analytical strategy and communicates with the sponsor. Whereas the data architect is from the outside of the data scientist, mostly from the data administration team or database background, and he manages the data and stores data. Whereas operations team are responsible for managing infrastructure and deploy the project. So we will see the steps of each and every role of the data science project one by one. So project sponsor is the most important role in the data science project. The sponsor is the person who leads the data science project for his particular company. So the sponsor is responsible for deciding whether the project is successful or not. He depends upon his opinion. And the ideal sponsor meets the follow conditions. If they satisfied with the data science project, then we can say that the project was successful. And if the project sponsor was not satisfied, then he said that the project was not successful. Actually, he is the person who leads data science project in his industry. Let us take an example of there's a DMart stores, where the DMart stores would like to implement a data science project, and if they want to know that what age customers are coming and what the products are, which products are selling best, and where we can increase our market. So the owner of the DMart person can say that he is the project sponsor who leads the data science project, and the client is a person who is working hands-on on the data science project. He is actually a domain expert, and he is an interface between the technical details and building a good model. Actually, he will also communicate with the data scientist about the technical specification. He has a domain expertise. Actually, and the client is the person who is working on the data science project. Actually, they are necessarily mathematical or statistically sophisticated, but they are familiar with the relevant business. They are very relevant in their business, and they are the persons who will be working on the developed data science project. And the data scientist role, the next role is the data scientist project. He is the person who is responsible for creating models, machine learning models, and checking the model whether the model is performing well. And he takes the data, analyzes the data, generates a model, create different kinds of model, and at last he creates a web interface which will be used by the end user or the clients, which will be useful for the organization. Actually, data scientist is more responsible in creating the model and web application where it satisfies the goal of an organization. So since he picked up various techniques and he will implement all those models, machine learning models, and try to generate the model. And the data architect is the person who is responsible for gathering the data from various sources. Actually, he is from a different background, or is not related to the data science background. Actually, the person is related to the data administration background, who is responsible for collecting the data from various sources and he will give the data or to the data scientist, where the data scientist will be working on that. So data architect often manage data warehouses. He is the person who will manage the warehouses for many different projects, and they may only be available for the consultation. And the last operations team, this team is responsible for deploying the project at the end level, and these are the persons who will take the operationals and testing of the model and deploying of the model at the client side. So the operation role is very critical both in acquiring data and delivering the final results. The person in this role usually has the operational responsibilities. And outside of the data science group, these are also the person who are belong to the outside of the data science group. So in this the summary of the data science project roles we have studied is project sponsor. The summary we have studied in the data science project roles. One is the project sponsor who deploys the data science project for his company or for his industry, from where he can take the better decisions from the data. And client is the person who is working on the data science project, and the data scientist is the person who is responsible for developing the model, different types of machine learning model, and creating and satisfying the end user requirements. Okay, and then data architect is the person who is responsible for managing the data, supplying the data. Mostly is really working on data warehouses, and operations teams are responsible for deploying the model at the client end. So these are the roles of the data science project. So in the summary, now we have studied what is the data science. Data science is the study of the data from which we can take better decisions. Actually, it is a combination of statistical and machine learning subject. It is interdisciplinary, I can say. So data science is a study of data through which we can draw insights from the data and take decisions. And data science project consists of project sponsor, client, data scientist, data architect, and operations team. Now in the next class, we are going to study about the applications of the data science project, the applications of data science in different industries. Nowadays, the data science is being used in many industries and many companies, actually I can say, in many areas. The first I can go with the healthcare and medical diagnosis. Nowadays, data science is used vastly in the medical field to predict diseases. Like taking an example of COVID-19, cancer detection, and ML. So here, ML models have been generated for detecting this type of diseases, and mostly the medical image analysis is performed. So, and discovery and genomes. So in the medical field, data science is used by predicting and classification of the diseases, which is very much useful in the remote areas where the expertise doctors are not available. So this is we can go for the second option when the expert radiologists are not available in those areas. Then the data science projects, these kind of projects will be very crucial and helpful in the medical area. So this is one application in the data science project. And the next is finance and banking. Here also the data science models have been used for predicting the credit card fraud detection or fraud detections, risk assessments, algorithm trading. So here in the banking sector also the data science models have been used for credit card fraud detections, and we can prevent those frauds using the data science models. So example, PayPal uses machine learning to detect fraudulent transactions in the real time. And the next one is retail and commerce. In the retail and commerce, we mostly use this data science projects to predict the customer satisfaction, sentimental analysis, and we predict which goods are going selling very fast, and product recommendations, demand forecasting, dynamic pricing strategies. So here we know that the very popular Amazon and Flipkart, all these websites use product recommendation system engines, so products based on the user behavior. Nowadays, this is also one of the area through which we gather the data, users data, and we perform some machine learning models on the particular data and get insights on the user behavior, and we can perform user recommendation, product recommendations. So one of the area is the retail and e-commerce. And the next is transportation and logistics. Here the data science is used for route optimization, predictive maintenance for vehicles and traffic predictions. We see that Google Maps, it is already predicted that where the traffic is much more, and the route optimization can also be predicted with machine learning models. So in the area of transportation and logistics, route optimization and traffic prediction and predictive maintenance for vehicles and aircraft can be done using the machine learning. And movies and recommendations, and we know that in the Netflix we have seen that there are some movie recommendations come forward. So that is happening to the data science project and machine learning models at the back end. So here movies and music recommendations can be done, automatic content modulation, sentimental analysis of the audience reaction. So here I give the example in the Netflix uses the data science to suggest the movie recommendations. So this is in the entertainment area. This is how we use the machine learning model for movie recommendations. And agricultural food industry, here also we use different kinds of machine learning models for predicting the crop facility, crop yield prediction, and automatic irrigation and pest control, food quality detection and supply chain optimization. So John Deere is one tractor manufacturing company where it uses layer of tractors for precision farming. So in every sector we use nowadays the data science is very popular, but we are using in every sector. So in the crop sector, we use this data science field for prediction of crop yield prediction. And coming to the next step, so in the meantime, we have studied what are the applications of data science project. We have seen that the data science is interdisciplinary and used in various sectors. One of the sector, agriculture sector, entertainment sector, transportation sector, retail sector, finance and banking sector, and healthcare and medical sector. So these are the few applications of data science project where we use these models for beneficially taking up the good decisions and for increasing the productivity. Now next we go with one of the topic called data science life cycle. So data science life cycle consists of some following steps, 6 steps. The first is understanding the business problem. The second is preparing the data, and third one exploratory data analysis. Fourth is modeling the data, evaluating the model, and deploying the model. So life cycle of the data science cycle having the 6 steps here. We will see each one of them. Understanding the business problem. Actually, understanding the business problem is why we need a data science project actually. So what is the objective? Let us take an example here. We are taking an example of house price prediction. The objective of the house price prediction is to predict the house price based on the rooms, number of rooms, bedrooms, and number of the location, number of rooms, and the size. So the objective of the data science, but this is the construction company. I have taken the construction company as an example here. So the construction company wants to build a data science project which predicts the house price prediction based on the number of bedrooms and square feet area and the location. So this is the example here. The real estate company wants to develop a pricing model to estimate house price predictions on the past sales data. So this is about the understanding the business problem. The second one is preparing the data. The data can be prepared from various sources, or we can take the data from the real estate agents or the building construction people, where we have already done so many projects. So we can take the data from real estate listings, government records. Then we must clean the data. So cleaning of the data consists of removing of the null values and duplicates, removing of the duplicates, and fixed incorrect entries. So if the entries are sometimes what happens is data type is different. So the data into the numerical form may be in the string format. So we have to change the data into the correct format, removing the null values, removing the duplicate values. All this consists of cleaning the data. Now convert the categories also. The convert of categories, this is what called data set contains the square feet, location, the bedrooms and price. This is how the data looks. So it contains so many, it might be a CSV file, Excel or CSV file, which contains a lot of records. So here we take the record from the different real estate agents or real estate agents and government records to perform our data science project. The next one is exploratory data analysis. We need to analyze the data and just check out that how the data has been spread. The best way of checking the exploratory data analysis using the scatter chart. Though through the scatter chart we can see that how the data has been spread, or we can also identify whether we have any outliers in the data. Outlier is nothing but which is a very different point. It is a data point where it is very different from other rest of the points. So that kind of data can be removed. And here identifying that outliers, extremely higher prices, using visualization called scatter plots and histograms, and check the correlations that if the price is high, if the rooms are additional, like 2 bedrooms or 3 bedrooms, if the price is going high. So we can see that correlations, is there any correlations in the data, and then analyze the distribution of that. So a scatter plot is the best example of checking the data, how the data has been spread, and is there any outliers in the data. And next one is modeling the data. So modeling of the data can be performed. You can take many models. We have many machine learning models. So basically, we have 2 types of problems as we have studied in the machine learning. That the supervised learning. In the supervised learning, we have a classification and regression. Then this problem of house price prediction comes into the regression problem, where we use the regression models like linear regression and random forest and esteemed. So we will develop a model in the linear regression or logistic regression, whatever the model best suits, and then we will train the model. The model can be trained. Then first of all, the data can be split into train and test, and then the model can be trained. And we can also use tuning the hyperparameters by training the kernels, and then use the cross validation to avoid overfitting. One of the method for to avoid overfitting is the cross validation. And then evaluating the model. The model metrics are there. Some of the model metrics are root mean square error, mean absolute error, root mean square error. So these are the models which are used, metrics which are used to check the model performing well. So we can go to the model that is first one is mean absolute error, which is nothing but an average absolute difference between the predicted values and the actual values. Here the mean square error is the average square difference between the actual values and predicted values, and root mean square error is a simply square root of MSE. So we can develop linear models, linear model, logistic model, regression models, and we can check the different kinds of regression models, which model is performing well and which has very good metrics metrics such that we can define that as a good model. And then at the last is deploying the model. The deploying the model is we are deploying the user end, and then we will convert the trained model to the web app actually, and deploying into the Flask or Fast API where the user can enter the data. We can create a user interface where the user can enter the data, and it can do the prediction based on the given data. Like we need a location, select the location, select the number of bedrooms you need, and square feet area. Then the house, then the model will take down the data, and then it will predict the amount. So this is what the requirement which was needed by the real estate website. This is a real estate, what we have developed the real estate website to integrate the model. So user can input the house features and get an estimated price instantly. So these are the 6 steps which we have studied in the life cycle of the data science project. So let us revise and summarize once again. So data science life cycle, which we have studied just now, consists of the 6 steps. That is understanding the business problem, understanding why we require the data science project, and who are the end users of using that, who are the end users who use this data science project, how it will be useful for them. So this is the understanding of the business problem. We have taken the example of real estate company where it requires the person or end users to predict the house price prediction based on the given preferences like bedrooms and square feet areas. So one of the problems is understanding, and And we have also taken up preparing of the data, collected the data from the various government organizations and real estate agents, and we are seeing that the data cleaning also performed querying the data, where we have removed the null values, we have removed the duplicate values, we have converted the data into the proper format. So here we will prepare the data. Exploratory data analysis, we check the correlations, we check how the data has been spread using a histographs chart, and we see that data is perfectly alright for preparing the model. Okay, we will see that is there any one hot coding or normalization is required here. So if the data is perfectly, then we will go for the modeling of the data. Either the modeling of the data based on the problem, if it is a regression problem or it is a classification problem. So we need to identify that one. So if it is a regression problem, we will create a regression models like linear regression, logistic regression, XGBoost. We can also take support with the machines. So we have different kinds of models. We will use any model, and then we will develop a model for that. Then evaluating a model, regression models have mean square error, mean absolute error, root RME, root mean error, root mean square error, etc. We use this evaluation parameters, and then we will deploy the model in the various interface where the user can enter the data. If it is a classification model, we use different kinds of machine learning models which were used as we have studied in the data science project, that is medical imaging. In the medical imaging, we use images and we use classification models. Whereas in regression, we use the data is really in the form of CSV or Excel file format, and we use some regression models. So this is what about the life cycle of the data science project. So today we have studied about what is data science and what are the roles of